Hey everybody, Dr. Red here, and we are back with the most original deck idea you have ever seen in Pauper format. Rakdos. In this case, we are going to be doing a Rat Colony deck. Rat Colony is a 2-1 for 2. Rat Colony gets +1/+0 for each other rat you control, and a deck can have any number of cards named Rat Colony. So as you can see, this card on its own breaks the deck building rule that is the 4-ofs, because we have 28 of these bad boys popped in here. So we did take it a step further though. We didn't want to just run some swamps and rat colonies. We wanted some things that would allow us to swing through, clear the way, let our big beefy critters of the night actually do their job. So what we decided to opt in is going for a Rakdos build. So the mana base is pretty easy. We got Evolving Wilds. It's going to be thinning our deck, so we're more likely to draw the other cards that have actual use to us, aka more rats, some recursion with Macabre Waltz, Crash Through for our trample, first strike, etc. It just thins our deck. Cinder Barons, just so we can color fix. Mountains, because we do need at least one red source for 10 cards in our library. A metric shit ton of rats. This is going to be a really easy deck tech because 28 of these bad boys are rats. They're going to swing and hit face. We are going to be very susceptible to board wipes. We don't really have any protection in mind for that. We're able to bring back a couple of them if they bite the dust, but that's whatever. We are, however, running Warlord's Fury. 1 mountain, creatures you control gain first strike, lets them actually trade favorably. 1 toughness dies to anything, and there's a lot of creatures in this format that are going to die and leave a token, or are going to come in with 2 tokens like Saproling Migration. There are things that create amass tokens, which is great for dealing with rats, and we don't want them to actually be able to get like 2-for-1s and all that fun great shit with those cards. First strike solves that issue. We go wide with the rats. We have a bunch of 9/1 beaters that would usually die to a metric shit ton of Saprolings. First strike lets us get through, which is great. Crash Through, same concept. If we have a big rat armada, even if they die with Crash Through, that thick damage, that big boy swing, anything over their toughness is going to be getting trampled on into their life total. We can definitely just strike on through. Fantastic. Same thing, 1 mountain, draws a card, blah, blah, blah. And then our sweeper of choice, Cosmotronic Wave. Deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. If we run into any other of the more standard rat decks, this will kill all their rats. All the better for us. They're done. Token deck, same thing. Wipe the board. Easy peasy. And anything bigger, anything mid-range, anything big and chunky, like, they can't block us this turn. And if we have an army of rats when we play this, muy caliente. It's going to be great for us. But for now, deck tech over. Let's go play some Rakdos Pauper. Alrighty, so we're looking at first game with Rakdos against Reiner Loot. Now, we got rats, and we could start playing rats right away. Is this our ideal starting hand? I don't know. I would love to get some more land and maybe see Crash Through or Warlord's Fury come in, but not sure if that's going to happen. Ideally, we also draw, assuming the opponent doesn't have any interaction, we draw a couple more lands here. It's a good sign. I'm okay with it. What I want to see on our next turn, next 2 turns rather, would be a swamp. A swamp would be real nice. Swamp would be real good to see right now. Burglar rat, kind of annoying. I think we do have to get rid of one of our rat colonies here. Don't swing in yet. At this point, as much as I would love to clear this opposing rat that is in our way out of the way, I don't think that's a great idea. Plague White is a fantastic blocker for rats, so I'm really sad to see that. Well, we got our second swamp, so at least we can double rat it up here. Definitely not going to be swinging in. I think they're basically perpetually going to be keeping Plague White back. So we're looking for a Cosmotronic Wave. If we get a couple more colonies out, all the fun stuff. Because first strike's not going to help us when this is a when blocked trigger. inheritance isn't what I'd like to see, but our board is getting pretty imposing. We have a bunch of big 6-1 beaters out. Assuming they get no more board presence this turn, 3 of those could get through for 18. But so far, running mono black that's not red, this deck is going to be littered with removal. So you have to be a little bit careful on when we swing in. Come on, buddy. Just going to play another rat. Not swinging in yet. There's no real point. They have something held up at instant speed. I would love to find me Cosmotronic Wave, crash through any of those. Evolving Wilds doesn't do what we want it to do, but it gets us 2 cards in deeper. We get rid of the Evolving Wilds, we rip out another swamp. We have 6 rats on board. Sadly, they are healing for 1 every turn and pinging us down with Ill-Gotten. Our rats are very scary. Let's see, we are pushing at 6 rats that can swing in. Currently they have blockers for 3. So 3 would be going through. I'm assuming they have removal for at least 1 of them. So 2 would be going through, which would only be doing 16. So there's no real point in swinging in currently. Effectively, I'm assuming they have at least 1 thing at instant. Yeah. Skullduggery here and gets rid of 1 of our rats. Do they have more removal in hand? Very likely, I figure. Vile Offering, yeah. So they've definitely they would have been able to clear out our entire attacking fleet of rats. So kind of glad we didn't swing in there. Again, this is my issue with rat decks. When it works, it works. If not, right now you're just hoping to find your answers, be it Cosmotronic Wave, to make it so all of our boys can't be blocked, some trample. Right now it's just a matter of we build big rats. Look at how big and strong our rats are. As we slowly get chipped down by Ill-Gotten and they're healing up from it. Infectious Horror, that's a little bit scary. There is Warlord's Fury, so the only thing that could kill a rat right now would be the Plague White, and I'm okay with that. So this cantrips itself. Let's play another rat, so our rats are going to be even larger. And now we're swinging in with 7 9-1s that demand a response. Plague White will be able to kill one. It's a block trigger. And let's see how many rats we still have swinging in. We're having 2 swing in for 18. Everything else with the... yeah, that's pretty crazy. And we're done. Rats. If you don't have a sweeper or an answer or swinging above, just holding back some blockers and getting chip damage in, rats win. I love these guys. I hate it. It makes me feel dirty, but you know what? Sometimes I'm okay with feeling a little dirty. On that very uncomfortable note, we're going to jump right into our next game, and hopefully our 15th win. Okay, so we're up against Rossum. See if he wants a taste of our rat meat. I appreciate the variety in this hand. It's different. We have our mountain, our swamp, evolving wilds just to fetch something right off the cuff, a couple of rats. I'd love to see more rats, but the rats will come. There's so many. We're running 28 rats. We will definitely find more. What I will do here, we're just going to get rid of this, find our second swamp right away. Finding the second mountain's not too relevant, but if we want to chain cast multiple rats come turn 4, we need double swamp. Lava Rune Enforcer, that's tight, that's tight, alright. Drew into another rat boy. Don't hate Warlord's Fury. It gives us the potential to swing in. Hell, even starting next turn, potentially. I'm trying to imagine a world where this is an instant cast, and oh boy, is it a good one. Sadly, the Lava Enforcer can hit our rat colony. Speaking of, just gonna start making some rat boys. Just gonna keep pumping them out. Also, did not mention it, not too keen on seeing Saproling Migration. Boards that go wide are not our friend here. Now what we want is to play against a nice Dimir control archetype where they play a little slow, they have some single targeted... Buddy. I feel like I just had this discussion with you where I said, didn't really want to see more of these boys. When we eventually curve into it, Cosmotronic will definitely hold some value for us. Don't know if now would have been a decent time to swing in or not, just with the Centaur up for backup there for him, but right now we're in an awkward situation as far as our rat quantity is concerned. We can't go in for that big giant lethal swing quite yet. The one thing we do have going for us is when we do Cosmotronic Wave, we will wipe their elves, we will wipe their tokens, and we're going to be swinging in with a shitload of rats. So whatever they do to us right now, it's no big. No blockers, bud. You get your 2 damage in. You've earned it. You're not playing rats. There's our 4th land. Now, how greedy do we want to be here? I think it is important for us to land another rat colony. Yeah, I'm okay with this line of play. Could definitely get our big strike coming in next turn when everything is unblockable. Not enough to lethal anything, or lethal them in general, because they'll have Lava Rune Enforcer up. But we can hit them with the Cosmotronic Wave. Following that, the turn after, we can hit them with the Warlord's Fury, and I don't think they'll have enough blockers up. Depends on what they do in their next couple of turns, though. Ideally, they play a lot more tokens. They go even wider than they currently are. We wave everything down, wipe everything but the Enforcer and Rosemane, and just swing in with some angry rat boys. Come on. Oh, yes, yes, my friend, go wider. Wider, I say. Now here's the thing we have to plan for. As soon as I hit this button, they might just scoop. I wouldn't blame them for it. They'll be taking 15 damage to the face next turn, because they'll still be able to tap with Lava Rune Enforcer, but I don't know. If I were them, I wouldn't be overly happy. They're going to get in a bit more chip damage. They're just figuring out how much. Nobody. You earned this 4 damage. Now, what would have been the absolute nuts would have been a crash through here. But that can always happen next turn. Gonna wipe the board. He's looking at it. Does the scoop happen right now? Come on, Rossum, let me swing in. I know you're gonna tap one of my boys. That's more than fair. Almost didn't have the mana to do so. Did not put that into consideration there. So we're getting the 15th wax here, which I like to see. I also like seeing this first strike. Well, what can our big boy here do to deal with our board? Okay, they were able to fill it up decently well. Good for them. Has Vigilance, so they're going to be able to swing in with the Centaur. So we are definitely going to Rat Colony again. Get another rat boy out. Warlord's Fury. And we're swinging in with all of our rats. Enforcer's going to do its thing, more likely than not. They have to block everything else, though. Oh, yeah, they were tapped out. They couldn't even do the Fury, huh? No rats in the yard. May as well just play our swamp. Let's see what we draw into. We have a bunch of rats. I'm pretty sure the scoop's just coming right now. Ooh. Yeah, this video is going to be short. Playing rats feels really dirty. I'm almost a little bit surprised that with... Oh, it's our 15th win of the day. Look at this beautiful Vivian cosmetic now. Really excited about that one, actually. And our in-card reward some garbage junk uncommon. But yeah, rats is going to be short, mostly because I feel like an asshole for playing it. But it's fun. It is a very, very cheap Pauper deck. With the stipulation of that being, of course, you don't need the 28 rat colonies. You need 4, and you can shove in whatever you want. Even at that point, if you haven't drafted or played in any, like 19 or Dominaria or even like, I think that's Legions there. If you haven't played in any of those sets, whatever. You only need 10 common wild cards. Of course, we're getting rid of Cinder Barons and Evolving Wilds. These are optional. You could just run a bunch of basic lands and basically have the same thing going on. So it is basically the most budget-ass budget Pauper deck that is fun, and when it works so good, and you feel like a big piece of shit. But that'll be it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Like if you like it, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Catch y'all next time. Bye for now, everybody!